chance you won't need to change when you head back home to Savannah. I'll take off in this truck you weren't a fan of and head down the road to that honky tonk. Never liked to dance, you didn't like the songs. Ain't gotta wonder what went wrong. My biggest problem is already gone.
All right, welcome everybody. Episode 7, Not From Nash. Rocking out with the shades on. We got Bradley over here in the DuPont, number 24. And we got Jason Cross over here. Good friend, soon to be good friend.
All right, so Brad, what's up, man? How's it going? How's it hanging?
What's up, player? Life's good. Life's good.
Life's good. Can't
We're
complain.
here in Nashville. It's middle of February, and it's short season. You wouldn't be able to tell from us sitting here, but that's just because it's cold in here. But
I wore shorts today, dude. I did. I broke
Did
out.
you?
I broke out the Daisy Dukes. It felt so good.
Little skies out, thighs out.
Yeah, and I went down to Broadway, and people were looking at me funny, dude. They were. I mean, you would have thought it was winter out.
Had to stop hating.
Yeah, I'm from up north, though. You know.
Yeah, me too. It's nice and hot down
We
here.
all are.
Where you from, Jason? Where you from?
I'm from Michigan. I grew up in a little town called Parma-tucky. Parma. We call it Parma-tucky, though.
All right.
Right outside of Jackson, Michigan.
All right. I don't
Good
know where any
times,
of that
man.
is.
Yeah, I've never been to
No.
Michigan.
Small town?
Shouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, I've lived in some small towns. Small
Yeah.
towns have the most fun.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
But cool thing about Nashville is it feels like a small town.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
always say it's like you get everything like a big city has, but it's really not like it's not
Yeah.
like Chicago
No.
or like New York.
Not
Like,
even close.
you're gonna run into the same people that you've met before
For sure.
at some point.
It's
here.
like going to the local, dive. Like every
Nice.
time you go to the bar, you see some of the same people you see all the time, and it's cool, man. It's got that homey feel to it.
For sure.
Yeah. I feel like you get a cool balance of both.
Yeah.
Like just being from the north and being close to New York City, that's too much.
Yep.
This is kind of like dialed back about halfway, but you're not in like a small town where, it's the same 100 people. You do get to meet a lot of new people, but it is kind of homey. So I do like it. I definitely do like that about Nashville.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
love this place.
I feel like summertime too. You definitely get that more like that rush.
Yeah, I haven't had a Nashville summer yet. This is going to be my first one.
Yo,
oh boy,
It's about to be. It's about to be one for
It's
the
about
books.
to be.
it's different, bro.
It's going to be my first
Wait till
one.
we get old Hickory.
I came down here in November of 2020, and it was a ghost town still, because like shit was just closed down, closing early. Like there was like capacity limitations on the bars and all that. It was weird. And then that first summer, probably like right around the beginning of May, everything kind of opened up and got back to normal. And this place was just jumping, dude.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
I heard it. I just got here. I moved here like a little bit right after everything kind of opened back up. Full blown. You would have never
Yeah.
known.
No.
Never known. And like other parts of the country were still like pretty restrictive.
Yeah.
Here you are in Nashville.
It was tough. by
Shoulder
me.
to shoulder, deep in like Dierks Bentley or something.
Oh, yeah,
like that.
dude. I remember coming down here in June of 2020. I was like pit stopping on my way to Somerville, Tennessee to play a gig. It was a private gig, so like, there wasn't much going on around that time, but it was like there was a time, I don't know, were you here in June 2020?
No, I was 21.
It was
21.
21.
Dude, it was crazy.
21.
So like the whole world was shut down, everybody was in quarantine, and it was
Except
like,
for Nashville,
Bro.
if I can chime in.
Except for Nashville.
Yeah,
I
we-
stopped by. It was like the second week of June.
Yep.
There was like a 2-week period where everything was open, but nobody was here because everybody was, everybody else was just like locked down. And it was just all locals, dude. Like no tourists at all. And like I didn't know the difference because that was like my second time I'd ever been to Nashville. But it was the coolest thing ever. I made a lot of connections that week just with local people.
We're in the South, and when they tried to shut down everything, the South was like, absolutely not.
Facts.
You ain't gonna, I mean, the owner of Kid Rocks and Nudies and all that, he was getting fined left and right, and he'd just pay the fines and he'd stay open. And the mayor was, complaining, we got to shut down everything. And I mean, the bars like Whiskey Row, they opened up the big old windows on the street on Broadway, and they set up bars at the windows, and you could walk up and buy drinks from the window and just keep it moving.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
And
That's
I mean,
cool.
Midtown never shut down.
Yeah.
I mean, we were there raging every single night.
Well, you got to think, this is Nashville. This is how Nashville gets their money.
That's right. Gang, gang.
Is bars and music and everything like that. So,
Dude, it was awesome.
you'd really be shutting down the whole
2020 was the best year on the planet.
city. Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I know a lot of people had a hard time, but
For us who didn't,
dude, I had a
shout out.
look, man. I was back home in Michigan, just golfing,
I played a
getting
lot of
drunk
golf.
on the lake,
Played a
and
lot of
fishing.
PlayStation.
Yeah,
A lot of
dude,
golf, a lot of
just
video games.
Dude, that's all we
fishing, golfing, getting drunk on the lake.
There was
all
not
we
else
did.
shit to do.
No,
There
it
wasn't any.
They had
else,
like
dude.
pool noodles in the hole, so the ball didn't go in, so you
Yeah,
were
so you
sticking
could-
your hand.
Hey, real quick.
So you didn't get
real
COVID by
quick.
putting your hand in the hole? Good Lord.
Jason, you looking pretty fly with them shades on, man. Where'd
Thanks,
you get
bro.
them?
Yo, these are Heatwave. All right, you got to go to heatwavevisual.com. Use my code Jason10 for 10% off. All right, y'all. These are top of the line. Pit Viper who? I don't know. You know
Never
what I'm
heard of
saying?
them.
Never
Who
heard of
are
them.
she?
Ain't trying to turn no beat,
Snappable
but
bands, changeable, interchangeable bands.
Everything's interchangeable, fully custom.
Yeah, these are cool. These are cool.
Rocking
Thanks
the
for
yellow
bringing them
print
on.
cheetahs right here. I don't know what they're
Yeah.
officially called, but
They're rugged, yo. These
Scoop 'em,
have been
man.
these have been through some partying, all right, and they're still hanging tight. So y'all make sure to go to Heatwave Visual, Jason10, 10% off.
yes,
Go
sir.
do it. Go do it. So Jason, how'd you and Brad meet?
Actually, we met on a wild night, man. It was St. Patty's Day, 2021. Did I meet you before that? That was the night.
No, it was the time you officially remembered me.
That you know it's a good
Hey,
story
I mean,
if you don't
him,
really
you
know.
look at him and you know you're gonna remember him. He looks at me and I'm granola and he's just like,
I mean, y'all are almost shake and bake on the couch right now.
and that's
He just got that.
And that's
code.
Christ, baby.
Yeah, he just picked that up on the way here. So, yo, dude,
This man was saying he's got 10, 12 of these jackets, and he
I'm
just
not
picked
gonna
them up.
lie, bro. I couldn't tell you the first time I met anyone.
Really?
I can tell you the first time I remember someone, but like, if you ask anybody else, they would tell you a totally different scenario.
Yo, this
when
one's
they met me.
documented, so
Yeah,
this
Yeah.
is like documented us meeting.
Yeah,
you,
this
so
is-
like you might remember this
remember
one.
this forever.
You might not,
Yeah, I don't know.
but at least we got proof.
We'll figure it out.
At least we got some
We'll-
proof.
I'll give it
Call me tomorrow.
give
you
it
know?
2 weeks. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I met Brad at an event, or no, it was after. Wait, did I see you at the event, bro? Look,
Let's
here's
give
the
your
deal.
story and let's hear his.
Okay, so we started the day at about 4 p.m. Some new friends and I hit up Blanco, which is that Mexican joint.
That's where he
I
works.
worked there.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Part-time.
it was like brand new at the time,
Yeah.
and we went for like a late lunch, like a little pregame before this uncut round that a fella named Chase Irwin puts on.
Okay.
Fantastic, dude. That was like the second one that they did. I think the first one was like January, a couple months before that, and it was my first like whoa, this is Nashville experience. Like this is the music scene in Nashville because everyone was there because everything had been shut down, nothing was going on, and this was like the first real big thing. And so like all these big dogs were there playing their songs, and it was just, I mean, it was the Nashville Palace, and they just like packed it out. And you were just seeing faces just left and right. The networking was like unbelievable, and it was such a blast. And so this was the second one of those. And after we did a couple bar hops, we ended up there. And I mean, it just got fuzzy after that, bro.
Yeah.
But I remember
I was gonna
seeing
say
Brad
that's
at
the
after
one night that
party.
you remember when that was probably the most I've ever seen you hammered.
Oh yeah, 100%. In this town, that's a top 5, for sure. That was a top 5.
Crazy.
Most drunk. Yeah.
Where would you actually rank it though in your top 5? Like we're rocking 2, 3.
So in Nashville, since I've been in Nashville, that was that had to be like a 3.
3.
Just
That's
based
solid.
off of that hangover I had, because I don't get hungover, dude. I
Yeah.
really don't. Like, I'm really good. I just turned 30 in October, and you know everybody says, "Oh, you hit 30, it all goes downhill." And it's like I could still drink a half a bottle.
I could see you being like the guy where you'll like go the hardest that night, but be the first one up the next morning when
Yeah,
everybody's
100%.
just
That's
like,
him.
slumped.
Yo, my girl's half as much. I mean, she's a little girl, and she tries to keep up. But like she'll be hit all day, and I'll be up at like 10 a.m. making coffee, just
Yeah.
like getting ready to go.
My hangovers aren't bad, but it's like it lasts all day and it's just annoying as shit.
Yeah,
Like I'll just be like dragging. And I'm like, I don't have to feel like I don't like throw up after drinking or whatever, but it's like I'm gonna feel it for that whole day.
you ever pull the trigger? You guys pull the trigger?
Oh, if you got to, for sure.
In
Yeah.
college, I did. Nowadays, I don't really feel the urge to.
I never feel like I don't know the
Yes.
last time I've thrown up from drinking. Honestly,
Yeah, no.
That's honest to God, same, dude. It's been a long
That's
time.
great. I know my limit, I would say, I guess.
I think Nashville helped.
No,
Yeah.
I remember mine.
Let's hear it.
Come on.
Sounded like a
story
lot of
time.
regret in that,
Story-
in that
that
tone.
was sad.
My birthday's July 3rd, so
This past July?
well, every July, but
Every single
No, I mean,
Every
is that-
July since 16 years
is that-
old.
Is that when you pulled trig?
the first week of July is always an absolute bender.
I would assume, yeah.
And this past July, I just remember we were out on the lake. This was July 3rd, by the way, the day before. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go easy because tomorrow's the holiday. Everyone's like, it's your birthday. You got to drink. We were out there probably about 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I didn't have a lick of alcohol. We decided to go to the old, home away from home. We ended up at Tin Roof.
Okay.
And
Shout out Tim.
Shout out Tin, baby.
Shout out TR, baby.
By the way, you guys going there tonight?
Might slide up.
We
Let me
might
see
have
your
to
IDs.
slide up.
Might
Bro,
slide
I got to
through.
do my taxes.
Give me your hands.
It's over there.
Here you go.
Thanks,
Good to
buddy.
go.
IRS, I got you, y'all.
I know you all 21.
He just keeps that
Thanks,
thing
buddy.
on him.
All right, so
You
you
got
guys,
that thing on him.
you guys are good to go.
That thing.
Yeah, so we ended up at Tin Roof, and just the bartenders. Nashville's such a small town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. As long as you've been here for about 6 months, everybody's going to know your name. They're going to know your history. They're going to know everything about you, even if you don't want them to know. And so everyone's like, oh, it's Brad's birthday. So I walk in, and there's White Walkers lined up. There's Scotty Water. Shout out Scott Bauer. There's, Rumpleman's. And I within 2 hours, my shirt was ripped off, and I was swinging it around. Shout out to that. I still have a job there. And here we are today. The next morning I woke up and I was hurt, and thank God it was 4th of July because I kept it going.
That's the best way sometimes.
I had to keep it going. Otherwise, I was going to die, and I don't have hangovers, but that was a absolute hangover.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to not find motivation to get after it on the 4th of July, dude.
I love that. My favorite holidays is literally the 4th of July and Christmas.
Man, it's a blessing
my
and a
top
curse
two.
having a
Same.
birthday around that time, though.
Yeah, baby.
As a kid,
Name a better one.
Literally,
Can't.
you can't.
as a kid, though,
Thanksgiving's cool
you know.
as hell.
It's dope, but like Christmas, you get like
I'll
there's
slam
something
some
else
food
about
down
like
on
Christmas. You get the
Thanksgiving, bro.
movies, you get like the whole nine.
You get
Yeah.
food on Christmas too, you know?
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
4th of July, it's literally everybody's excuse just to black.
imagine having a birthday. Imagine having a birthday though, because I'm like, hey, let's have a party. At 6 years old, I'm thinking people are going to show up. Everybody's out of
Yeah.
town with their families.
Well, my birthday.
So I never had birthday parties. I just had 4th of July get-togethers. Whoever was still in
And
town.
they probably brought you a cake on the
Yeah,
4th
yeah,
of July
yeah.
party too, and it was like, oh, cool,
Imagine
thanks.
always having a birthday that's surrounded by fireworks. It's so annoying. Hey,
That's
shout out
pretty
America
sick,
though.
dude.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
out.
pretty cool.
Did you say
sometimes.
it's annoying?
Sometimes.
No, dude.
Sometimes I wanna go to
fireworks
bed.
on my birthday.
Okay, I guess I'm a little
Let's do it
spoiled.
this
I
year.
guess you know what it is.
Yeah.
Yo,
Let's blow
I'm a
off
little
some
spoiled.
fireworks for your
Yeah, if
birthday.
you're listening out there, I want fireworks on my birthday, October 19th, baby. Look out.
My birthday is December 21st. So like, I never had a party because everybody's going somewhere else for Christmas,
Yep.
going wherever. So it was like whatever.
That'd be tough.
And then people like the number one question you always get if your birthday's close to Christmas, did you get split presents? Like, yeah, my mom's telling me she split half the presents between Christmas and
Yeah,
like,
what
my
are you,
birthday.
12?
Like, I was like, I don't fucking, I don't fucking know. Like I can tell you I got equal amount. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
What are we talking about here?
I don't go over the finances per the December bank logins. Like, what do you
Santa
mean?
came a week early for me only.
I got a cousin that was born on Christmas, and he does his birthday at the half year.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a
It's
cool little
like June
Little
something.
break it.
Yeah, late
Break it
June
on.
sometime.
That's
Little
cool.
mid-year celly.
So y'all
I
are,
would like that too. You know,
Little one
the
for the
breakup's
boys.
nice. Yeah, you got to have that pick me up every now and again.
y'all are both in music. How did you guys get into it? How'd you guys cross paths and stuff like that?
So gosh, man, I was 11 years old. My mom started making me take piano lessons after school every Wednesday with Mrs. Carr.
Shout
She
out,
was a
Mom.
Sweet old lady.
Shout out to Mrs. Carr too.
Dude, for real, R.I.P. She was a real one. She just passed recently, and I got to send her the video. I don't know if y'all saw that. I did a piano version of my song "Traveling Kind," and
No, I didn't see. I saw you do the piano of that one rap song with your mom. That was hilarious. Bro. That shit's funny.
So I got to send her that though, like as she was like going, and it was like it was really special because she really started my love for music, and I got to like say, hey, you know, look where I'm at now.
That's
you know?
awesome.
That's awesome. For sure.
But I got into piano. I hated it at first, and then you know as I went more and more, I just kind of found my love for music there, and asked my dad for a guitar when I was like 13, and literally played that thing until it hurt to play. Like every day after school, I would just like lock myself in my room and just play guitar, and I was obsessed with it. Started getting into like heavy metal and rock, and just like that was my roots. Like the rock and roll was big time roots.
Who's your favorite band?
Ooh.
Journey.
Yeah?
100%.
Wow, bet.
Come on.
Classic. I don't know, man.
I like Motley Crue. I would go
Motley
with
Crue
Motley.
is sick.
Yeah, their documentary on
My
Netflix
mom just
is
like
crazy.
from what my mom grew up, huge rock and roll. Like went to all the concerts and stuff. Like definitely the most I heard growing up was some Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Some Guns N' Roses too.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to see Motley Crue at Nissan this past summer, and let me tell you, they looked like walking skeletons.
I'm sure.
That's years of damage to that
Just
body.
Years of damage.
I mean,
Bro,
they've all
living
died at
fast.
least once.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Alice
Nikki,
in
quite a
Chains.
few.
Some of them got 9 lives, brother, and
Yeah.
they're living on one left.
You ain't lying.
If I had to pick one just off rip, I got to go Alice in Chains.
There you go.
That's a good one.
That was
That's
just
solid.
really instilled in my childhood. My dad always had them blaring on the old RCA, you know,
Yeah.
the old head unit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big old ones.
Just do them Sony Tower speakers, which
Yeah.
I actually have in my living room now. He like bought those as a bachelor, and I got them in my living room. They still thumping, dude.
Nice, man.
Nice.
So you picked up the guitar. When did the singing and everything else start to like come together?
Probably like 16 years old,
Okay.
and it sucked.
Really?
Oh, dude, I was trash.
Yeah.
But I just kept doing it because I liked it, and then I you know, the more you do
Like
something,
it's like anything, you just
right.
grow.
I just got better and better, and then I was like really stage fright, like not even just to even sing in front of people, period. Like I would barely even sing in front of my own mom, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just kind of got, one night, my buddy and I from back home used to lie to our parents and say we were going to each other's houses. And then we'd shoot over to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and go to Western Michigan University and party with my older cousin who like lived there and went to college there.
Rode the boat.
Yeah, hell yeah. Row the boat, baby. Shout out WMU Broncos. Let's go. But I always took my guitar and would just like strum around and stuff, but I never sang. And then finally, one night, like, we were drunk, 16, and somebody's like, oh, dude, play something. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm too drunk, whatever. My buddy's like, no, dude, play Simple Man. I'd been like, singing it, the Shinedown version. We heard that and we were like, whoa, this is sick.
Yeah.
So I played it, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you how it went, like how it sounded. But they were all just like, what the fuck is this?
Unreal.
Yeah, so then that
It's
was
his-
like, oh shit.
Just couldn't believe like
When
the
he
voice.
covers that song, it gives you chills down your spine. It's
Really.
it's crazy.
So that's like the flagship. And honestly, really because of that moment, because that was like, hey, I might be able to actually like do this and not suck, you know? And so I kept doing it, and just kind of like throughout high school, I kind of got into writing music, but like I couldn't even tell you what those songs were, you know? It was like I was into a totally different genre in that time in my life. And then in my early 20s, I started playing, you know, around bars downtown, my hometown and stuff, and just kind of anywhere and everywhere, and just acoustic solo stuff. And then when I was 26, I got with a girl named Sadie Bass, who's actually also an artist here in town. We grew up like 45 minutes from each other, but we never knew each other until that time. And she knew about me doing music. She asked me to come play an acoustic show with her in Lansing, Michigan. And I went up there and played, and then she asked me to be in her band, and I was like, nah, like I don't want to be in a girl's band, you know? Yeah. I was like, I kind of want to do
one man act.
Yeah, dude, I just like, I want to do my own thing, and I was just like, I want to like be the front man, you know? But then I was like, you know what? She was like, just 2 shows. Just play 2 shows. Like, I need you for this. Like, let's do it. I'm like, okay. So we did it, and it was a riot. Like,
Really?
it was the second show out of those 2 was an absolute dud, and we still had a blast. And it was my first time I ever played with a band. So I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, I'm in.
How different is that from like solo to like you're all like orchestrated and everything has to be queued up?
Yeah, dude, it's I don't know. Part of me feels like if you just like kind of have that instilled in you, like, you know, you got the rhythm, you got like the music gene, you know, it makes it a lot easier. But I mean, you gotta rehearse, you gotta practice, you gotta get the chemistry going with the band. It's a whole different deal than you just sitting up there with you and a guitar, and you can go at any tempo you want. But like if you're playing with a band and the drummer just like kicks off and he's 5 beats, you know, too fast, it's like, well, we're just gonna go with it, and then you're just flying off the rail. But it just like the sound and just like the feeling was, you know, got that kick drum hitting, dude, electric guitars blaring. It's like, yeah, this is sick. So then we were playing more gigs together, and like 3 months later, we ended up winning this Battle of the Bands back home, and we opened for Brantley Gilbert, Jordan Davis, Jimmy Allen, and Hardy.
Wild.
And honestly,
What an opening.
yeah, right?
Like what a spot to be
Dude,
in.
look, I literally, the most people that I had played for up until that point was probably like 150.
Yeah, like
maybe.
a bar crowd or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we opened, and there was like 5,000 people there at this like baseball
Your heart
stadium.
just beating off the...
It was the I mean, that was the moment where I was like, I want to do this forever. Like, this is what I want to do. And I always loved music, but I didn't know if it was going to be like my main career. Yeah. I mean, I had 2 jobs at the time. I was making good money. Like, I liked what I did.
Yeah.
And that was just like, I had an epiphany, and it was just, I remember the moment we were on stage and they were checking in-ear monitors, and they were kind of like, it was delayed. We were having some troubles with it. And I mean, we're standing there, the crowd's just in front of us. So not your like ideal, typical show.
Yeah.
Usually crowd set, they introduce you, you come on stage, you start playing. And it was like the sound guys were running so far behind that yeah, right. What's new? But we're standing there, and I'm like, okay, I got to break this like awkwardness. So I just got in the mic and I said, y'all ready to party today? And the place just erupted, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like
there it
that
is.
feeling.
Yeah.
That I could literally feel the energy.
For sure.
And then while we were playing, it was just like this transfer, you know, like they were giving it to us, we were giving it back, and in such like a crowd of that magnitude, I never felt anything like that.
I don't think everybody has that though. Like I've seen some bands where like they'll try something like that and it's like,
It's dead.
Yeah.
Crickets.
all right, play the music.
Yeah, that's
Some
true.
people just got
I
the
feel like
juice.
some people just like command that. They have that stage presence. You feel their energy. Like they're really into it.
No doubt.
So like that's definitely a skill that you probably don't learn. You probably either just got it or you don't.
You got it.
You either got the sauce or you don't.
I'm gonna go on a little tangent for a second.
Go ahead.
This guy right here is unreal. And the minute I met him, I said he's got an energy about him.
Bradley.
Well, hey.
Are you getting red over there? A little blush?
No, he slipped me 100 before we sat down.
Okay.
No, he just, I mean, the minute I met him, I said his energy is just, it's positive.
Yeah.
I mean, he has nothing bad to say about anybody. And when anybody has something bad to say about somebody else, it's crickets from him. He doesn't have time for it.
Yeah.
It's not instilled in him to even waste his time. And I learn a lot from him because I'm a Cancer, man. I'm an emotional person. Like, I let things get under my skin that should never. And he has helped me so much in my life. In the past 2 years that we've been friends, like, him and his girlfriend, like, unreal. Like, they're my Nashville family. Like, they're who I turn to. It don't matter if it's 3 a.m. and I know I'm going to wake them up and piss them off. I'm still calling them. 100%. And, like, you don't get that, especially here in Nashville. You know, Nashville,
sure.
Everyone's from somewhere else. That's why this podcast is called Not From Nash. And I don't know. There's something about this kid that like I look at, and it don't matter what artist I'm working for. If he said, I'm ready for you, I'm out.
For sure.
And I want shout out to everybody in Nashville to know that. I don't care if I'm working for you or not. It don't matter if you're paying me $1 million a year. The minute he says he's ready for me to work for him, I'm on board.
My guy.
That's what's up. That's love.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Love you,
awesome.
dog.
Hey, I'm gonna burn this real quick.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
go
it.
for it.
Yo, Check out this candle, y'all.
Yeah, let's shout out the candle. Real
Brooke
quick.
Austin out of Michigan. Let's go. Just another Michigan person here.
Also, check out that lighter. Holy shit.
Man's got the taser 3000.
The lighter's
He's gonna tase my
it's an
ass.
electronic
got a
lighter from
lightsaber.
Amazon.
Bro, okay, hold on. I've seen one of those.
You
And
gotta charge it. Guess what? You don't run out of butane.
you ever get drunk and hold that shit to your
To your
arm?
tongue.
To your tongue?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
We got some crazy motherfuckers up in
Dude,
here.
I don't know what it is. Like, I love licking 9-volt batteries, dog. Shit gets me
There's a
off.
famous Cheers here in town.
All right, so Brad, how did you get into the music industry?
Man, I'm
and
not gonna
everything?
lie to you here. I came here I was working for the Detroit Lions. I was doing security for them. And we came in 2018, and I walked into Whiskey Row. And when I tell you I walked in there, and that was my epiphany. That was where I was like, why am I not here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Detroit is amazing. That I grew up like Detroit and Florida. I split my time between there growing up. I went from the hood to the country. I'm a little mix of both.
I got you.
I just knew that I didn't want to spend 6 months out of the year cold anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved to Nashville, where it's still cold 6 months out of the year.
Yep.
But
But
I mean,
it's so much better. Though.
it's so much better. And
No, the cold here is not.
it's not bad.
yeah.
It's not bad.
Because I've lived in like Rhode Island, Colorado,
This beats
Oklahoma.
the piss out of New York.
That shit gets
100%.
cold, bro.
Beats the piss out of a winter
And just,
in New York.
like, I
doubt.
just was like, you know what? Like, I'm meant to be here. And I don't know why. But I went and I met the security manager at Whiskey Row, and I said, how much you pay your guys per hour? And now granted, Michigan, the cost of living is a little bit less than here. So they were paying the same amount. And I'd been with the Lions for 5 years. And I was like, cool, I'll start tomorrow. And I didn't live here. So I slept in my car for 13 days in a church parking lot on 9th and Broadway because there was no apartments available. I had to wait 13 days for an apartment to become available out in Mount Juliet. And I grinded. I had my manager at Whiskey Row schedule me from open to close pretty much every single day. I showered at the gym. I did my laundry at, coworkers' houses. I mean, they let me crash on their couch here and there, but I mean, no, I knew it was a sacrifice I was willing to make, and it changed my life. I couldn't be more grateful for this town, the people, everything about this city has my heart. And like, I grew up repping Detroit, I'm from the D, baby.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, nah, Nashville.
615.
Yeah, Nashville's home.
For
Nashville, Michigan will always have a place in my heart, but Nashville is my heart. It has my heart. And so like I started doing security at the bars. Then I'd go out and meet, artists and stuff like that. And then they'd be like, hey, it just one person, gave me an opportunity to work for an artist, and I did that. And then they, threw my name out to somewhere else, and I kept working for artists, bigger and bigger artists. And then just last year, I became friends with a bunch of artists here in town. I try to be friends with everybody. And I told them I just wanted something more. I didn't want to just be a body.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I want to do something more. I want to get more involved. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to be a part of the conversation and not just standing outside the circles. Like when I was working security for artists and stuff, they'd have their whole management team or anybody backstage, and I'm standing against a wall.
Yeah.
And I'm too outgoing to be standing against a wall.
You got too big of a personality for that.
Right, correct. And so I knew I wanted to do something else. And so then I got an offer to be a tour manager. Now, mind you, I'm about 9 months into being a tour manager. I don't know what I'm doing, but who does?
Yeah.
Because I do a damn good job at what I do.
Well, it's just having a good work ethic, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So the shit gets done, right?
yeah. I mean, especially being a tour manager, like, if you have an idea of, it's a task thing, right? It's like there's tasks that need to be done, and if you got a good work ethic, then like you're gonna make it. Like it's
also about how
gotta
you
work
treat
hard.
people.
Absolutely.
Like we met you through Jacob. Love Jacob to death, great dude. And just you being introduced through Jacob, I had like a certain level of trust just because Jacob's like a family friend. And then I met you, and it's like you were such a positive, outgoing, just like super down to earth, not judgmental in any stretch, like very free thinking. That stuff gets you like such a long way, especially in an industry where you're dealing with nothing but people, right? Like who is going to help you in Detroit when you're bringing your artist to Detroit. You know, those are the connections that need to be made that are going to help you in the long run. So, like, that stuff definitely takes you a long way, I'm sure.
Yeah, it does.
I think the first night we met y'all, Jacob and you, obviously, we hung out for like 4 hours at the bar.
Facts.
Like, it literally started as like a hey, what's up, and then we just ended up shooting the shit for like 4 hours, just getting after it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like looked at each other and we're like, it's 2:30. It's time to go home, I guess. Like, I guess we all got to
Are
go
you
home.
talking
now.
about Hackworth?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that guy.
Shout out Hackworth.
Yeah, that's my
Shout
guy.
out, Bubba.
That's my guy.
Yeah, he's crushing it. Proud of him.
He's gonna have a number 1 in the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Gang, gang. Shout out Rockin' a Hard Place, Bailey Zimmerman.
PTL.
It's a great song.
Banger.
Great song. What's like your favorite show that you've played? Other than the 5,000 people, I'm sure that's pretty high on the list.
That is pretty high on the list for sure. And that was like after that it really opened up and we played a lot of cool shows. Sadie and I. Dude, honestly, I gotta go with like I gotta think of like a show that I've headlined. Or like once I went off on my own. So like when COVID hit, Sadie and I were still going around playing together. And then we both kind of decided, like, hey, we're moving to Nashville. And it was always understood that, like, I wanted to do my own thing at some point. But I was like, you know, we were having a great time and everything was going swell. So then, like, moving to Nashville was going to be that, like, door opening for me to, you know, start on my own career. And COVID hit, and then, you know, ended up moving, 9 months later in November, and then she came a couple months later, and we were both just like grinding busy, and now we've actually had some time to catch up. But I played a lot of shows, man, in the last couple years, and I gotta say I should have thought about this.
You play Whiskey Jam a lot, right?
I love Whiskey Jam. Every time I get on that stage, dude, it doesn't matter. Like I've played it 4 times. And it's just something different.
You toured the lights out once.
Yeah, the last time we played there, it was lights out.
Really?
Yeah, dude, we were jamming so hard, and it was great, dude. Well, Ward, who runs Whiskey Jam, was just like hyping us up all night, like this is the highest energy show in Nashville, and I was just like, oh, we really got to bring it now. Like this is, you know, like we got to, as much as we bring it usually, we got to take it up a notch. And my bass player, Wyatt Thomas, was just getting down. We got a song, I have a song called Good Jeans, and there's like a breakdown in the end. And it's just heavy and hard, and he's just swinging his bass, bro, and he catches the lights and just rips them out. I mean, that was like literally the only lighting on stage besides like the one spotlight just like beaming onto there. So now it just turns into like a metal show. It's like dark and like it was so sick, though, dude. But I mean, as far as it'd have to be a hometown show, I'm gonna go right here without thinking too hard about it. My favorite show that I've played so far was last October. There was a chili fest in my hometown in Jackson. So like the bigger, like I grew up on the outskirts, but it was in the bigger town, bigger city. And there was probably 1,100 people there. They like shut down the street, set up a stage. Well, it was their first year doing it, and the schedule was kind of wonky, and it was like the chili cook-off got over, and then there was like a 2-hour period like from the time it stopped to the time that I started playing. So it's like people aren't just going to be hanging out, you know? They'd like been there all day, so everybody left. And I was like, oh shit, like this is going to suck. And it was cold. Like I was not expecting anybody to come back out.
Yeah.
And it was just us. Like we didn't have an opener. It was like we were headlining. That was it. And we're like 20 minutes to showtime. And my bassist comes back on the trailer behind the stage, and he's like, dude, there's like 30 people out there. And I was like, oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
And within that 20 minutes, by the time we got on stage, it was probably like 500 or 600, and then throughout the show it just doubled.
Wow.
Really?
And it was like I had 2 singles out at that time, and my first single had been out for about 10 months or so, And that was my first like real experience with the crowd singing my song back to me.
What's that feel like?
Like a drug.
Really?
It's got to be.
It's like
I can't even
It's
imagine.
got to be.
I don't even know. It's like the energy that you get from that is like unexplained. Like I don't even. It's like such a euphoric feeling. It's unreal, dude. It's like I've played some like really shitty shows. You know, some like cover band stuff for like a handful of people that don't give a shit in some shitty bars for like shitty pay. Slept in a shitty hotel room. And I'll probably do that a few more times in my career, I'm sure.
100%.
Yeah, a few handful of times. But that right there is like one of those moments that makes you remember like why you're doing it.
You ever get to play at a Ramada Inn?
What?
You ever get to play at a Ramada Inn?
No.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool.
I didn't know they did live music.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what? A Ramada?
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
You don't know about the Ramada
You
song?
don't?
Damn, dude. I guess I better holler at my booking agent and get me
Yo,
on a
ask him
couple
how he
Ramadas.
became a viral sensation.
Yeah, how did that happen?
So it was 2020, dude. Look,
Dude,
I'm
the
telling
year
y'all,
of the come up.
I'm telling y'all right now, this is like, I bought a couple of jet skis from my buddy's dad, and they'd been sitting in his barn for like 5 years, like hadn't even been pulled out. Because I remember the last time he had him out, me and my buddy took him out on the lake, and that was it. And it was like, for whatever reason, but it was like a 94 Polaris and like a 92 or 89 Sea-Doo, old ass jet skis, but they were mint, bro. Like covered up in the barn, just like unscathed, right? And they needed like some shit done to them. So he made me a deal. I bought them, took them back home, and I worked on them for like a few weeks because I had all the time in the world. It was great. I was just like doing whatever, and I got them running, got the Polaris in the water, and it was like 4th of July weekend. I bought a Speedo that literally matched the jet ski, like perfectly, the color scheme. It's like that Fuck Jerry, like that 90s Dixie cup. Design.
The OG
But
Dixie cup.
That was the same color of like the jet ski. Like it was like teal and purple and like that 90s shit, right? So I'm like, yo, I told, I even got some heat waves that matched. Oh, dude, I was tripping.
You were almost like
Kenny Powers, bro.
yeah,
Straight up,
Kenny
yeah.
Powers, bro. Straight up.
It was.
Did you have the mullet then?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
She was flowing, heavy, hard.
And he's wet.
Dog, couldn't even tell. Just in the lake. I was in panties, bro. So we're out on the sandbar. The lake that my parents live on has a sandbar, and that's where we party for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And it can fit, 100 some boats. It's great. It's huge, and it's like water's like waist deep. And so I'm in the sandbar, just chilling on it, and I hand the phone to my cousin's wife. She's on the boat, and I'm like, yo, take some pictures of me. I'm about to break the internet. And I was totally fucking around, and she got a couple good pictures, and I posted them. There was like 4 of them. I posted on my Instagram and Facebook like that day. And that was a Thursday, and on Saturday, I was at a golf outing. And one of my good friends texted me, and she's like, hey, your post is like, it's like blowing up on Facebook. And I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I know. Like it had, like 700-800 likes. I'm like, people that were friends with me or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's doing really good, like whatever. And she's like, no, like it's going viral, like straight up.
Do you have the picture?
Yeah, I screenshotted it. I screenshotted that like as soon as I went and looked, it had like 14,000 shares.
I don't know anybody that's blown up on Facebook. That's a
Facebook.
first.
Yeah, if you're blowing up on Facebook, you're
That's a
yeah.
first.
Hey, I'll send you the pictures that way y'all can.
Yeah,
y'all can
we'll
edit.
put 'em
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, no
We'll
doubt.
throw it in.
So like it had like 14,000 shares, and I'm like, what is going on right now? And then like I'm all giddy and shit, and like I put my phone away, and like an hour later I look, and it's at like 25,000 shares, and I'm like, oh, it's happening. Like it's really going off right now. And by the time it was all said and done, I think it was at like 60 or 70,000 shares.
It was on like every major meme page.
Like then it got to Instagram. Somebody made a meme about it.
Then it
Said
just
when I
starts
finally get me a jet
snowballing.
ski, and then people were like putting it with the fucking Tiger King, and
my
like making
God.
memes out of that, like the dude on the jet ski or whatever. And It had the Tiger King plus that fat dude on a jet ski equals me. And I'm just like, I don't know whether to be offended about that or not. I'm just
So,
gonna,
how do you
like,
take that?
it. Yeah, I don't know, but
Damn,
but yeah,
that's cool as hell.
It went crazy, dude. Like every major meme page with like millions of followers, and I had people like hitting me up in California, like, yo, my friend just showed me this picture of you on the jet ski. Like, she does, you know, you don't even know her. Like, she's just all over the country, man. It was crazy.
sick.
You're a big Speedo guy, just like from a little scroll, a little research done.
Big
You're a
Speedo
big
guy,
Speedo
dude.
guy.
Honestly, I'd wear one like all the time. I should be wearing one right now, honestly.
He is. Don't let him lie to you.
I just
It's
like,
under there.
It's the freedom, bro.
Underwear.
I feel so
Again,
free.
I swear to y'all, when he walked in the door, never met him before, first time meeting him, as soon as he walked in the door, I was like, you look like freedom. That's literally what I said, like verbatim. I was like, you look like freedom.
Dude, you know, the whole thing like started off after a breakup. Like, I'm telling you right now, 5 years ago, I was not the same person. And I literally just, I dated this girl for like 6 years, and we split, and I went through it. And it was like, and it was even my choice, but she moved on quicker than I thought she would. Isn't that stupid how that does something to you?
the worst.
Those
Like,
ones hurt,
it's
bro.
literally me. I'm the one who like had been sitting on this and made the decision, and then, you know, she's gonna move on and be happy, and now I got a problem with it. What a
No, for
selfish
sure.
piece of shit I am.
Bro, if my ex
He
now
played
were to
himself.
get a guy, yeah, man.
But it all worked out, and I cut my hair into a mullet and like lost a bunch of weight and started wearing Speedos. I bought a boat. I was like, I'm gonna have like the best first single summer in 6 years of my life.
Let's run it.
And I did. And it was the mullet was a joke, but then like as I kept wearing it, so mind you, this is like 2018 ish.
So it wasn't really like
this
popular.
Is before
This is
the
pre-Morgan?
mullet. Yeah, this is pre-Morgan. I think Morgan got his like a month before I did, but I didn't know who Morgan Wallen was.
Yeah.
So I'm like wearing this mullet and just rocking it, and I'm like, this is my favorite haircut I've ever had.
Yeah.
And you know, people are loving it. So then it just became a thing, and I
Brand.
literally, it's almost going on like 5 years now. I've had a mullet, and I just can't. I
That's
think I'll have
exactly
one
how long
forever.
I've had mine. But I cut mine off. I've cut mine a few times completely off.
Whatever, duuld.
I'll show you videos right now. And that's
the
that's on
receipts.
Christ.
Guy's
That's
lying
all I'm
through his
saying.
teeth, man.
Yeah, when I first moved here, the first week I moved here, went to some terrible shop in the Gulch. I'm not gonna name it, but I didn't mean to get a mullet. I got a mullet though. Yeah, and I'm
Dude,
not.
God bless her.
Yeah, and
That was the best thing that happened to you.
no, so it was pretty cool. Like, it was a joke at first. My mom laughed, everybody laughed, and then was like, "Are you gonna cut it?" And I was like, "I kind of want to keep it for a little bit." So I kept it for maybe like a month or two, and then I cut it just for jobs. I thought they wouldn't hire me, which they didn't. So I,
Losers.
it was the mullet,
tough
and then
job, Mark.
Couldn't
I
be
ended up
me.
cutting it over the years. Like 2019, I had it pretty long for a minute. I cut it, didn't grow it out for like a year, and then 2020 I cut it again, and then Jason, shout out Jason, by the way, everybody, if you're looking, that's Jason right there. He cut this.
That's a prime mullet.
He is my barber.
I've been cutting hair for like 11 years.
Damn, son.
Yeah, when I was back home, my two jobs I sold cars with my dad at his dealership, and then I'd cut hair at my grandparents' salon. So I was like very family oriented,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
I
In
put
the
in
biz.
like 60 plus a week doing the two of them. But I mean, 25, 26 years old, I was like making really good money, and I loved what I did, and I
Yeah.
got to like see my family all the time, and it was, work with my mom and my dad, and it was just like, it was great, dude. So I will say, that takes me to like this whole conclusion is moving down to Nashville was the hardest thing I've ever done. I was so like content. I didn't have to. I just felt like deep down inside that there was more to it. Like I just couldn't see myself doing what I was doing for the rest of my life, and like
Facts.
like that was it, I was just like, man, I was 27 at the time when I decided to move to Nashville, and I was single, and I was like, no kids, nothing holding me
Nothing
down,
holding you
tying me
back.
back. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta at least try it out.
I always say you could always move home.
Yeah, 100%.
Just I feel like you and James are very similar in that aspect because like he really didn't have to leave Jersey if he didn't want to. He was content doing his like weddings and everything like that, and he could tell you better than I. But like he took the chance, loved it.
Yeah.
You took
That's
the
what I
chance.
did, 27
Loved it.
years old, man.
Every
I
single
didn't-
one of us right here took this chance to move to this
The
city.
night prior to me deciding to move here, I had pulled up to Nashville. I had never been to Nashville. I've flown through it, you know, it's a little connecting airport, but that's it. And then the next morning I decided I'm not leaving, and I did not leave. I didn't go home. I left my furniture. I left my clothes. I left everything there for months.
Yeah.
And then finally went back and got my stuff. But it was like a crazy thing that like really opened my eyes to this city was during COVID. At the beginning of COVID, when everyone was hot on Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, all those things, there was nothing else. Everyone's locked inside.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, the one thing that I
Late in
saw
season.
over and
God,
over and
dude.
over again
What a
on
time to be alive.
on all these pages, the thing I saw the most was, you know where it asks you to say a little thing about yourself. Well, it would, there on, I think it was like Hinge, where it puts things, like it gives you like questions.
prompts and shit.
Prompts, and then you
Yeah.
answer it yourself. The one was like, one of them said the biggest risk I've ever taken. And I kid you not, it was hundreds, not just like a few, it was hundreds of girls on their profile said the biggest risk I've ever taken was moving to Nash and not knowing a soul.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was me.
Yeah.
And it was the greatest risk I've ever taken. I miss home. I miss my parents. I miss my family. I miss my daughter.
All the time,
I get, but you know what? We get to go back.
Yeah.
And now when I go back, I'm touring. I'm with music artists. Like, I'm getting paid to go back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like God works in the most mysterious ways. And shout out Baby Yoda right there. Could have brought him out here. I didn't even know he was sitting there. And just like, sorry, that's ADD, by the way.
There-
Yeah.
God works in mysterious ways. Shout out, baby. Yoda.
Baby Yoda and Jesus. That's all you need, man.
And
That
that's
was the wildest
ADD.
transition, bro.
I'm sorry. I just saw it and I was like,
I love you, Brad. You're
what
a
a
fucking
segue.
trip, man.
But not. Yeah. Again, like we all four sitting on this couch took the chance to come to Nashville. Didn't know a soul. I love the city. Like,
All right.
I've easily fell in love with this city. So
all right, you
fast.
ready to get to the
Same,
nitty gritty?
Let's do it.
Let's ride.
Dating in Nashville. Just kidding. We can't go there.
No, we could, cause I'm cool, bro.
I'm very content with
chilling.
where I'm at.
Yeah.
But man, it was a long road to get there.
Yeah, but
And you know what, Jason? We're not going to go there, okay?
okay.
Jason knows my
I was blessed off rip. Thank
Oh,
God.
yeah, thank
and
God.
I'll tell you what, living in Nashville for the last 2 years has just solidified my relationship.
100%.
I have so much, like my appreciation for what we have just grows daily. It's
That's
like
awesome.
Just seeing and hearing about how shit goes down in this city. dude,
I
it's
moved
like-
out here with a girlfriend. Didn't know anybody. The only person I knew was out here, and like lived out here. We lived in Hermitage when I first moved here, and we didn't know anybody. So like, we were just with each other 24/7. I feel like it just kind of like started to unravel from that point. Just kind of fell
That's
apart.
because there's opportunities that you and her didn't have prior, and this town is full of them.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of ladders to be climbed. I'm not going to.
I would say the most complicated thing about dating here is most people aren't here for a long time. So it's like, do I really jump into this relationship when you're going to move in 8 months and then what do we do?
Yeah.
You know, that's what I would say is
hard for
probably
people to commit.
probably like
Yeah.
the one thing that really deters a lot of people from doing it. I know it has me a few times. So it's like, you just don't know. It's a lot of unknown of what's going to happen next. So why waste time? You know, there's way better things you could do with your time than be dating somebody. If
And I'm not gonna
you don't
lie to
know what's
y'all,
going
man.
on.
I swear to y'all, Nashville's like a candy store.
It really is.
You're gonna see something new every single day that you maybe want a little taste of.
Yeah, both
It's different.
sides. Both sides, you know.
Yeah,
I feel like
100%.
that goes for girls and guys. It's just like, I don't know, if you didn't have something real before you moved here, I think it's kind of hard to find that, you know.
Yeah.
Ladies in Nashville, stop getting dogs.
No more cats.
You're out at the bar too much to be taking care of dogs.
You live in an apartment. Stop.
Walking it on concrete.
You got in a studio
Yeah.
with 2 cats. I can't do it. I get in like, oh, I just have 2 of them.
Yeah.
I'm sneezing, laying in the
700 square feet.
Yeah,
you
every
each got
5 minutes.
150 of
I'm
them.
waking up in the morning with the fucking cat
Yeah.
above me, bro. I'm like,
Litter
y'all
box
gotta
in the
relax.
bathroom. Cats taking a shit while you're brushing
The
your teeth.
apartment-
Their little
smell like
hands are under the
shit.
door, and it's
Yeah,
like,
bro.
why is there a hairy palm just trying to get the door open while I'm peeing?
Apartment
Shout out, I wasn't peeing.
smells like shit at the most random times.
Dude, the worst, bro.
Bro, come on.
No, what kills me though, honestly, is the big dogs in the apartments.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
You know,
And the ones that shed too.
yeah, bro. I mean, whatever. You want to clean up after a hairy dog, that's cool. But like, don't deprive that big dog of the space it deserves, man. That's just.
I do
just
feel
to
bad.
have
I
a
do feel
dog.
bad when I see like the dogs pissing on the sidewalk
Yeah,
instead of like grass. Like
Oh.
we got parks here, man,
dude.
and a park is only
Yeah,
like
they don't take them.
3 minutes.
Especially them midtown chicks, they don't take their dog. They take them straight down to Mumbrian. They piss outside a tin roof. They go straight back into their little apartment, and then guess where mom and dad go?
Tin roof.
Tin roof.
Yeah.
I know because I'm checking their IDs. I know.
Yeah, it's just like, yo,
Hey, didn't your dog just piss on that there hot dog
Right,
stand?
Sarah.
Little bow wow.
You didn't clean your dog's shit before you just, came here to get a pipe bomb.
all I'm saying, I love dogs.
I do too.
My girlfriend's got
animals.
a dog.
Give
and
'em
I-
some
I
more
love her to
space,
death, like a damn daughter. But like, man, dude, just wait. You know, if it ain't time, it ain't time, and you don't need to rush something like that. It's
You don't need that,
it's
you
not
don't
a
need
necessity.
that responsibility.
Right.
You're so busy with your personal life. Why would you?
You're so busy balancing 4 different dates a week and your
Why-
work life.
why be
Like,
so
you just
selfish?
relax a little bit.
My girl has no animals, and
Bless him.
her roommate has animals, and they're good. They're very well behaved.
Yeah.
But we'd be laying in bed, and bam, one just jumps right into the
Yeah,
door
bro.
and knocks the door open. It's like I'm coming in.
Ah,
I literally, I
What
don't
are
know
y'all
how.
I
but
would too.
I always somehow pick one with a fucking cat.
In a
man.
Speedo.
All right, picture this: you're in bed with your girl, and I come get in between y'all in a speedo and just cuddle up.
I lost it.
I don't have to picture it. It's
And I
happened
say,
before.
What girl?
I say, Brad, I had a bad dream.
And I say, scoot over, baby. He's sleeping with us tonight. Did you go to the bathroom?
What?
I said, did you go to the bathroom? That way you don't pee the bed.
Yeah.
That was me, man. I peed the bed till I was at least 13.
No way,
Bro, I'm telling you.
What?
No, I'm not joking. My mom would take me to a specialist for it, and I would pee right before bed, and then it didn't matter. It was like clockwork. Every single night, I dreamed of swimming, going down a waterfall, going down a water slide. Bam, pissed everywhere. It didn't matter. It was every single night,
I
and
had
it
a
was
cousin like that.
the worst.
I did.
I wore pull-ups. Shout out
Bad
pull-ups.
weather, dude.
I wore pull-ups till I was probably 8. I didn't tell nobody. I packed them bitches away, put them under my boxer shorts.
I thought that man had the junk in the trunk.
Gang, baby. They thought I was packing, but I wasn't.
They were like, damn, that boy got a little thick down
Yeah,
there.
no, I had child depends on.
That boy in 7th grade wearing D-pens.
Come on.
Damn.
I ain't mad about it.
Just sitting at his desk pissing himself, dude.
It's okay. You know what? All these people that make fun of me, guess what? I watch them as grown adults get drunk and pee the bed, and I don't do that.
I've never done that, dude. I can honestly say
Late
that.
bloomers, man. I've never pissed myself drunk.
Never.
No.
Me neither.
I've
Never.
never thrown up in my sleep like drunk or nothing like that.
I'll sleep naked 95% of the time, but I don't know about pissing. That don't happen to me.
Yeah, no, that's natural. I do that every night.
I was gonna say you do
Sure.
that. You only drink.
I've pissed
you only,
myself
You only
on
get naked when you
purpose.
drink.
I've done that on purpose. You ever pissed yourself on
depends.
purpose?
No.
Dude, it's pretty freeing.
What times do you do that?
Oh.
In school suspension when you're trying
No.
when you're trying to go home.
You know, like piss dogs. You know about piss dogs? Barstool? Big cat? Dude, you got to look that up. It's incredible.
Really?
Yeah, they're on a podcast like this, and Big Cat just stands up, starts pissing himself. Piss dog.
What?
Swear to God.
Dude, we need to
Yeah,
step
it's-
our game up.
I know, right?
Yeah, we're doing something wrong, I guess.
All right, here we go.
Shit dogs.
I got you.
We'll raise you on better.
No,
I
it's-
see your pee and I raise you.
I think
4
it's,
guys.
I think it's mostly when I know that like a quick wash is accessible. you know?
What?
Bro, why not just
For
walk
real?
to the bathroom?
No, look.
I'm
okay.
hurting right now.
No, I'm talking
I'm
like.
back in the shower, might as well.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I gotta do laundry anyway.
Hey,
so-
when we're out at 2 foot, I'd be sitting there talking to y'all, staring you right in the eye, just pissing.
yeah.
facts.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
In the pull-up.
Just in the
Completely
pull up,
natural.
baby. In the pull up.
My dog's hammer smells like fucking piss.
He's over there on stage just piss dogging.
That'll be the day.
You guys had special treatment. It's got a little seasoning on that thing.
Oh boy.
No, really, just like I don't know. We were waiting to like go tubing down the river once, and
Water's fine. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But we
pissing
were like
water.
we
It's in
were
the waters.
waiting though. Like
You weren't in the water.
No, we were at the landing, and we were. It's
He was already done. They had already
You were
done
wearing-
been canoeing.
The drippings just coming off the edge of the shorts. Just
Oh, bro.
No, he's in the Speedo, remember?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I forgot.
It's
No,
leaking
yeah.
out the
It's just a
fucking.
little stream just
Yeah.
shooting right out.
Yeah.
It's leaking out the
river.
crevices
Hey,
down his
waterfall.
thighs.
I'm not proud of this at all, but like I don't know why I felt like this was okay. We were every year we used to do all the guys would do a camping trip, and it was like we haven't done it in a couple of years, probably since I moved to Nashville, honestly. But it was just the best time, and the camaraderie is electric. The vibes are real, and like we're all hammered. It's like 12:30 in the afternoon, and we're getting ready to go on our river trip, and we're at the landing, and I'm just standing there, and I just start pissing, and they're looking, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're laughing, it's all funny, and then I start looking around, and there's like straight up families and shit, dude, and I was like, I probably shouldn't be doing this right now, dude. This is really. So yeah, there's that.
Ma, remember that guy in the Speedo and the mullet when I was 8 years old that was just pissing outside?
Just scarring
the room?
kids, dude, scarring them. They're like
Brutal.
Honestly, maybe you know what? Let's turn that around. Let's turn that into a positive. Maybe those kids had a pants pissing problem, and they saw this grown man.
like
do it.
I
Adam
can
Sandler.
continue to do this for the
And
next
they're
20
like,
years.
Hey, you know what? It's not all bad. Look at that guy.
Look
Yeah,
at
it's
that
like,
guy.
He's doing it.
What's
He's
that?
had 30 years of practice.
Dude, there's like an iconic movie with Adam Sandler. Mm-hmm. What movie is
Call
that?
me Miles Davis, bro.
no, baby daddy.
What movie is that,
What's
man?
it called?
It's oh my gosh, dude. It's
Oh, Billy Madison.
Yeah.
It ain't cool if you don't piss your
It
pants.
ain't cool if you don't piss your pants.
Right? That's
Yeah, you
dude,
showed
that-
him.
Hey, that's the OG piss dogs right there.
That's the OG piss dog is
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
Yep.
Guaranteed. What's
He's a real one.
What's like, because I know, like, I have a few friends that make music back home, and a lot of their favorite songs of their own are the ones other people don't like. So what is your favorite song, like your most quote-unquote popular, or is it like something that's a little more personal to you?
I think as of right now, yeah, my favorite song that I've done so far is Already Gone. And that has been my most successful
Dude,
single
that song
by
is
far.
like
Song is a
very like detailed. It tells such like a detailed story.
Yes.
About my life.
Yes.
Literally.
But it's not like overwhelming to where it's like, oh, this guy's telling me this long ass story. It's like these details are concise and relatable.
Yeah.
So it really is a very relatable song. We were listening to it on the way over.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Very
Look at
relatable.
y'all.
Very like
It was
know.
it was one of those songs where
it just came probably.
we didn't waste a word.
Yeah,
it was all like very intentional.
You could feel that.
And it just like I wrote that song with my good buddies Cody Garrett and Sam Johnson, and they're killer songwriters. But it was actually the first time that I'd written with Cody. We started the idea with a different title, and we kind of got started on it, and then we didn't finish it. We booked another date. Cody brought Sam into the picture. We all got together, and then we finished it, and it just became what it was. And I was so hype about it. I'm like, I'm cutting this. Like, I cannot wait to cut the song. And so we did, and then we did a music video for it. And that music video, you can find that on YouTube. It's Already Gone.
We'll drop links.
Jason
for sure.
Cross, shout out to myself.
What's it?
But it's at like 700,000 views right now, so it's doing
Congrats,
really
man.
good.
Congrats, that's huge.
I've always wondered, just like, because I think like anything musically is like such a gift, especially songwriting. I've just always wondered like the process, like where do you even begin? Like, does it just start with like a thought and then you just keep like expanding, or like
It usually
how's
starts
the
with
whole
a-
thing even like?
Shower
usually starts
thoughts.
with a title. So like on
Just
a
dog
on a
thoughts.
daily basis, I try to like if something pops in my head, or in conversation, you hear somebody say something, and it's like, well, that could be a good title. I'll jot it down in my notes, and then everybody usually does that, and you'll get together with a couple other people, and we'll just kind of throw titles out there and be like, what do you think about this? Like this title with this idea. And we'll be like, yeah, we can work on that, and then we'll start writing it, and it'll pretty much all be based around the title.
Okay.
And you get a hook. Like the most important part, I think, in a song, which this might not be correct. I don't think any way of songwriting is like there's not a correct or incorrect way, but usually getting that line leading up to that, you know, the title will be the last thing you usually say in the end of the chorus. So that line before it, like the hook, the tag, getting that to like match up and make sense and bring it all together. Like you get that going, you get a good, that's like your base, that's your foundation.
Yeah.
And then you build around it, and you want to try to make every line relate to that title.
Okay.
So as long as you can, like, you know, you can take, oh, we just wrote a line in the first verse, doesn't relate to the title. It's like that's kind of like a guide, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a cool way of getting people to really like remember your stuff and come back to it, because there's like that anticipation waiting for like the title of the song line.
Yep.
That one before it, it's like, oh, it's coming, and then that line hits, and it's like, boom.
I think the most common one I could think of, just like off top, is whiskey glasses.
Yeah.
Because everybody, like, when like they're saying, like, not to just like keep shouting out Morgan, but just like when you're singing the song in the bar, everybody knows when they say like whiskey glasses.
Yep.
And it always like reminds you of that song.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, the listener sees the title, but they don't hear it first most of the time. They hear the verse. The verse starts, and it's like, oh, yeah, like this song is most definitely about that.
Yeah.
They can relate it to what they see as the title, and it all kind of like makes sense and relates, and then that's how you get that, like, that good flow.
So is songwriting normally like a team aspect, or like individual, or kind of
It all depends.
whatever?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my very first single that I put out, It Ain't Me, I wrote by myself, like right in the middle of quarantine. Just I had a day, just like I was in a funk.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I had like just gotten into songwriting. This is probably 4 or 5 months before I moved to Nashville. And I was really trying to like work on that stuff, because I knew like I was going to be getting into more co-writes, and like that's what I want to do, is write music. And
Yeah.
so I was like trying to be more conscious of it. And so I was like, I need to write. I need to just like write a song. And so I sat down and, you know, I started playing the guitar, playing different chord progressions, and like what sounded right for the way that the song, I wanted the song to feel.
Yeah.
You know, like the way I felt about it. And, you know, and then I just kind of went from there. And I actually started that one from the top. I didn't have the title. I like found the title when it got to that point.
Okay.
And it was like,
Sometimes I could just work
yeah.
interchangeably.
Yeah, it was almost, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you're writing about, and like how much it relates to like your actual life experience. If it's from the heart and like from something you actually went through, I feel like that's almost like the easiest song to write.
That's the best stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's the most relatable. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like anybody, like, especially for country, the biggest songs are always like where you could actually relate to.
Yeah.
Not something about like a truck or just like whatever. Like, and again, that's fine. Like, people could relate that too. But like, everybody's went through a heartbreak.
I mean,
or once
yeah,
or
just
twice, or like life struggle, and that's what people get the most.
What you say about like, you know, people recycling a lot of the same content. See, the first thing that came to my head when we were just listening to your song, you're talking about the truck, but you're talking about how it relates to the song in the sense of like, you didn't like the truck, but I'm keeping it now.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I think people can kind of explore a little more, is make it yours, right? Like, anybody could talk about, oh, like, you know, I got this nice truck, or it's like rap music now,
Yeah.
kind of. I
It's all
love
the
rap
same.
music personally, but I was sitting here with somebody yesterday trying to like watch music videos and stuff, and all the rap stuff is all like flaunting cars and chains, and that stuff's cool and all, but it's getting played out now. It's been happening for 10 plus years.
It's been happening
You know?
for 30 plus years.
So like,
I can't relate to nice cars and chains, bro.
yeah,
Dude, I'm rocking.
none of us
we
normal
got
people can.
We got half a rack on them boots though.
That's right. Absolutely.
Nah, dog, I bought these off of Facebook Marketplace out of somebody's garage.
Yo, when it comes to my boot game, it's strong. When it comes to my chains, fake. Don't care.
That was a
no shame.
I saw like an interview. It was like Ocho Cinco. He's like all my shit when I played, fake as hell.
They asked
Yeah.
him how he stayed rich. He said fake chains and and commercial flights.
Bro,
Yeah.
how often does someone say, hey, man, is your chain real?
And if it's not,
And who
what are they going to
cares?
do
And
about
who
it?
cares?
What are they going to do about it?
Sorry, I didn't go mine my diamonds in Africa.
Yeah, who's got the diamond tester like pulling that out?
Oh, that guy, he's a punk.
Yeah,
get a
boy, he
look at
gets some
that.
shots.
Yeah,
on the-
he. I'm surprised he's still alive. He be doing some crazy things at those malls.
Yeah.
But hey, come test me. I paid $10K for this. Check it out. Just
What's
kidding.
what's like your favorite thing that's come from the music that's outside of it? Like, I know you do a lot of stuff on TikTok and you got a whole lot of likes and followers on there. Your Instagram's getting pretty big. What's like your favorite thing outside of the music that kind of came after like the music stuff started to go?
Probably, I've never put any thought into that. As far as, I think, like, obviously the relationships that
I was going to say, your relationships.
Like, I have met some incredible people that, I mean, we'll just put this out there. They're not all incredible, but it's cool because you can kind of decipher. It's not too hard to decipher, But the ones that you do make a connection with, it's like, I've met some people in this town that I know I'll be friends with for a lifetime, and it's like coming to Nashville was like, I know I'll meet some people, but I didn't come here to like make friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And not saying that I don't want to make friends. That's just not why I came here. Like, I've got my friends back home that I'll be friends with forever and that, I love very much and they'll always be there. But like, it almost makes it better because then, it's such a natural, like, it's a natural experience. Like it just
wasn't forced. It was like
yeah,
organic.
Yeah, it
happened because it was
And
organic.
the best things in life are not, they just come.
Yep.
Heard that.
I feel like if you like go out and you always try, like, especially relationships, like if you're going out trying to find a relationship,
You're never gonna
you're
find the right one.
wrong one.
You'll never find the right one.
I'm telling you right now, like, when my girlfriend and I like first started hanging out, I was a couple months from moving to Nashville. Like, I was like so against having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm about to move to Nashville and be an artist, and like, I got to be single,
Explore around a little
and
bit.
I was like living my best single life at that point, and I was like 3 years single, just no chance I'm looking for a girlfriend right now, and then it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt really good. So
Shit, I was talking to Jason. I was having a conversation with Jason. Someone walked up right behind him, and I looked at him. I said, "Get out of my way." I kid you not. And I looked at her. She'll tell you. I told her that night. I said, "I will marry you." And now, mind you, I have a terrible track record. And Jason's been there from day one, so he's seen it.
I actually told her. Not to fuck
He
with him.
told her. he told her. He said, "Don't fuck with him." He's like,
I didn't say that. I said just
be careful.
cautious. Just
Because
be
you know what?
cautious.
I'm in
Tread lightly.
Nashville, and he sees all my failures. Because guess what? Like, you're gonna shoot your shot, and you're gonna fail 9 times out of 10.
I always
shot
say
you don't
Nashville,
take, brother.
Nashville, we shooting volume. It ain't
And-
percentage out here.
And so look, like he said that, and it kind of hurt me at first, but then I was like, hey, you know what? This is my time to prove that it's not who I am.
Yeah.
It's what's happening, but it's the struggles with life. I mean, you're trying to bring someone into your life that you don't, I don't know her. But I just knew I wanted to know everything about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, Jay's girl, man, I tell you right now, bro, 1 in a million.
I'm a lucky boy.
And like when you meet her, bro, you're gonna look at her and be like, wow. Okay, well, good luck for us, cause good luck everybody else, cause it's just so rare.
Well, and not only that, but dude, it takes a special girl
To put up
deal
with his shit.
With I'm a good ass boyfriend, but like just this lifestyle, is tough.
Playboy, country music star.
Well,
Facts.
like you can't be a jealous person. You got to be okay with like.
Girls want to get their titties signed. Be honest.
At the end of the day, you really have to sell
Facts.
yourself.
Done a couple.
It's crazy.
100%. And she's cool because she knows that I ain't going nowhere. Like, it doesn't mean anything to me. It's like I'm just being
Part of the business.
It's
I'm
part of the
I'm
performance.
just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I never cross a line or anything. But
Yeah.
it's really important that person can like understand what is necessary for you to excel your career in this industry, because it's a lot. It's a totally different lifestyle than like we look at our friends back home that are our age and they're, getting married, having babies, settling down, like they got the 9 to 5 and they got good lives. They're doing it right. And that's just like not where I'm at. It's a little delayed because there's other things that need to happen before I get to that point. But as long as you got somebody that understands that, you know, I think that's the most important factor.
Yeah. I've talked about this from time to time too. I feel like everybody feels like this like unusual pressure to like be at like whatever age you're at. Like you're supposed to have this and this and this and this. It's like, dude,
Social timelines.
Yeah,
dude.
everybody works in different stages, man.
100%.
Like, you might not hit gold until you're in your 30s, or you know, some people hit it early. It's like it's late. It's like as long as like you got a roof and food, and you're paying your bills, like you're doing what you gotta do, like you're doing it, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to be married by 30. Like I feel like that's like the huge thing. It's like, oh, I gotta have this and this and this. Like
I used to think that way.
Take a step back.
I absolutely did. And, you know, there came a time, I think it was like really that first long relationship I had, it was kind of, you know, it was like, okay, social norm says we've been together for this long. We should probably start thinking about that next step. And I just, like, deep down inside was like, man, this isn't right. And it wasn't. And, you know, it's like it worked out for the both of us. And that was, like, a huge lesson in my life that it was just, you know, you're on your own path. You're on your own line of flight. And you just gotta, you gotta have faith. You gotta trust God and just, like, keep
the right ones around you, too.
Yeah. You just gotta know there's a plan. And it's like, do everything you can in your power. And stay positive and just keep trucking, man. It doesn't matter. It's all gonna happen at different stages of life for everybody else.
For sure. On a little less serious note, let's go top three Broadway bars. Let's dive into Nashville a bit. See.
Okay. So
y'all been here longer, so y'all got more.
You don't have a
we talking Broadway
view.
or just like bars in Nashville in general?
Let's just start Broadway.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm gonna say my favorite bar is Tin Roof.
100%.
Like, that's not.
And that's
I'm
Christ.
Broadway.
And everybody knows that who listens. So like.
Tin Roof Broadway?
Oh, hell no.
Mouth.
Hell
Whoa,
no.
whoa.
Well, you said Broadway?
No, he's
No,
saying we're
yeah,
gonna
I'm saying-
start.
no,
off
I'm saying-
on-
no,
okay.
I'm saying, yeah. If we were to say top, like I feel like three of us in here, probably even you, I don't even know, but like probably the 3 or 4 of us would be like, yeah, Demumbrian and Tin Roof.
Yeah.
So let's go start with just Broadway strictly.
Okay.
Top 3 favorite
We're gonna
bars.
change the podcast to not from tin.
Not from Tinny. Catch me at Tinny.
I'm gonna go. Number 1 is Roberts.
Underrated for sure.
Underrated, man.
The concession special.
You
Yes.
can get a bologna sandwich, a moon pie, a Bush Light, and what else? A bag of chips.
Yep.
What is it?
$6 bucks.
$6.
The concession special, baby.
I mean, dude, you can barely get a Bush Light for $6 on Broadway anymore. So,
I don't think
And-
you can.
and
I
I
really
mean-
don't. I think it's probably $8.
well, and Roberts is just one of the OGs. Like that was one of the first 3 bars on Broadway, like ever.
Really?
And so yeah.
Well, do you know what they were? I feel like
pretty
it's gotta be
sure.
Tootsie's.
It was
Tootsie's.
Tootsie's, Layla's, and Roberts.
Yeah, right there all in a row. And
Legends
so
Corner.
they just got history, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and it's you can feel it when you walk in there. Like it's all original. They haven't changed a damn thing about that place. And I think almost all the time, all the music that's being played in there is like all classic country, like old school stuff. And
for
it's
sure.
awesome, dude. It's so I
Their
just,
chicken tenders,
really at Roberts.
heat.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna take a little cheat day and try
All right,
some.
so we got
chicken
Roberts
tender,
one.
maybe. Whiskey Row.
Okay, that's
So,
Dirks.
so
Dirks
many,
for some
so many
other people.
options. I play there. I'm a little biased, but like, I don't know. I've always
It's never
loved that
never
place.
not packed.
You got to let us know when you
Yeah.
play, bro. We'll
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
for sure.
next
For
show
sure.
definitely let us know. We'll
Hey,
pull
Monday
up.
night, 10:30 to close, baby. Come through.
You play at 10 ever or no?
I've played Bus Call a few times there.
What was that?
It's on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
Oh, it's good. It's kind of like a whiskey jam setup.
Okay.
cool.
Oh, like revolving artists and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Okay,
yep.
that's sick.
And it's great. It's rocking. We always have a good time when we play that. I think I've played a few rounds at Tin Roof Broadway. And hey man, I can't hate. It's a good time down there.
What's
But
your
it's
number
not it's
three?
definitely
Yeah,
not my
let's
top
go.
3.
Let's move to 3. Yeah, Tin Roof Broadway is just like I kind of like because Tin Roof Demumbrian's so good. I just kind of forget.
There's
that
3 in
one's
the
there.
Nashville area.
Is there really? I
You
didn't
got
know
one
there
in
was a
Franklin.
third.
It's called Tin Roof 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
got
didn't even know
Tin
that.
Roof Demumbrian, Tin Roof 2 in Franklin, and then Tin Roof Broadway. But it don't matter
The
because
one
none
on
of them.
the one on Demumbrian has my heart.
That's right.
No doubt.
And my paychecks.
And yeah,
I don't go to this place often, but like if I was gonna do like a Broadway night and just like strictly party on Broadway, I'd probably have to hit Nudies. in
I
there,
like
too.
Nudies.
Yeah.
All right.
Nudies is good.
It gets Nudies is good. I see your face because I could maybe guess why it does. It gets
Bro, they got Bush Light in a bottle.
it gets a little scurry and nudie sometimes.
I guess you know what? I haven't been there in a while.
It's good. It's very hit or miss.
Yeah.
I thought you were really gonna say FGL.
Hey, so
That's
hold
what I
on, hold
thought
on,
was
hold
gonna
on.
be.
You know
Here's
what?
my
I like
top-
FGL
hold on.
too. I do
Here's
like
my
that
top
place.
3. I've been here since 2018. Okay.
Let's run it.
Life prior to COVID, y'all don't understand. 2019 Nashville was 2015 Drake. Like you couldn't beat it. I'm just saying.
I think Drake's been on that run since
Hey, back
2015.
to back, like charged up, like you couldn't get better. And then I'm telling you right now, here's my top 3. Ready? Does it count that it's not on Broadway? FGL is not on Broadway. It's on 3rd Ave.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think
FGL
that
is my
counts.
number 1, 100%.
Fire.
Number 2, Whiskey Row. Whiskey Row gave me my first shot in Nashville. Opened so many doors. It's a part of me.
Yeah.
Number 3, you ready for this one? It's slept on. It's slept on. It's slept on.
Top or bottom of the street? Because I'm a guess.
It's Aldean's, baby. All day.
I slept on.
Dude,
That's
I
the
like,
biggest
I
one.
like Aldean's too, bro.
All right,
I really
James.
do.
3, Kid Rock. 2, Aldine. 1, the stage. I've had my
the
best.
stage.
I've had my
I forgot
best
about the
times
stage.
on Broadway at the stage.
I forgot about the stage.
Yo, honestly,
I've had my best times on Broadway at the
totally
stage.
I
forgot
love
about
the
the
stage.
stage.
I'm gonna go.
I think I'm gonna change my answer. I think I'm gonna go to the stage over nudies, but it's close.
I would do that for
Well,
sure.
you guys weren't here for Paradise Park, which is
Well, that was literally my top 3. I was gonna say 3, Paradise Park.
yeah.
2, the stage. 1, Casa Rosa.
Oh shit! Okay.
You know what Casa Rosa used to be called?
Uh-uh.
What was it called? I forgot. What was it called? I forgot.
Dude, I don't
Dude.
think I was here for it.
They changed it during. They started.
Oh, didn't it used to be? Oh,
man.
shit.
No, I forgot what it was called.
I'm excited for Eric Church's bar.
All right, dude.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
Googling.
Good luck.
I'm waiting for Barstool to open their
Barstool's
stuff
bringing the
here.
sports book. Come on.
But no, yeah. Well, I guess I wasn't here for technically Paradise Park, but it was the sporting club, and they would give you a $6 pitcher of Natty.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yo, their burgers.
No,
Fire.
you could go because it was great because you could literally, if you were gonna do Broadway, you go, you day drink, watch football on the Saturday. We would go for like the college games. We would watch football, get fucked up off $6 pitchers, and go anywhere else on Broadway for the night, and you're chilling. Couldn't beat it for $6.
All right, here's a real debate. No one's probably touched on this since y'all started. Just the regular run-of-the-mill hot dog stand or Daddy's Dogs?
Daddy's.
Really?
Daddies.
Really?
Not a big
Always.
hot dog guy.
Bro, I'm not a big glizzy guy either, but when I do, it's Daddy's Dogs are always too hot.
But I'm gonna say this: the only time I get
No.
Daddy's is if I'm on Broadway
Hot and
because that's where the
fresh out
stand
the
is.
kitchen, bro.
I don't know, man. I get them glizzies outside of 10. Come on, 10.
No, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. If I'm outside 10, yeah, I'm gonna get one out of there. But like, if it's Broadway, I'm booking that right, and I'm going straight to Daddy's.
I feel that. Oh, what was it called, bro?
Bro, they are not trying to tell what it used to be.
They probably erased it from the world.
Dude, it was so
I
good.
can't even remember.
It was so good, but it was so different.
Have you been into Casa Brad?
Casa Rosa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there before they even opened it up. They did like a friends and family event, and it was all right. Man, what was the name of it? It was pretty lit. It was I want to say it was the first like bar that really veered away from country music.
Really?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Man, you got the Valentine. Valentine was OG.
Yeah. I've been in there before. It's fun.
What was it called, man? I drew a blank as soon as I brought it up. You got Wannabes, which is below Aldean's. You got Tequila Cowboy.
Karaoke.
Yeah. You got Acme. Acme's an OG.
We went to Acme for Halloween. It was so cool.
Underground.
I don't really like underground.
Underground was cool during COVID. It was one of the only bars that were still open, and they have a little alleyway right there.
Uh-huh.
And so, like, when Broadway was shut down, the mayor would make all the neon signs be turned off by like 10 p.m. and everyone would be lined up down that alley just trying to get inside door.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hard. Yeah, I don't know.
If there was like one
Broadway?
thing you could add to Nashville, what would it be?
Better gyms.
Free parking.
Parking would be cool, yeah.
Get more parking.
Parking would be great.
I feel like there is free
Better
parking,
gyms,
Better
100%. Not these
gyms.
overpriced gyms that all these influencers
It's
go
all
to.
classes, man.
It's not. You're not wrong.
A bathroom strictly for homeless people because, man, I was walking downtown and it smelled like shit.
Yeah.
Somebody took a big dookie in the landscape outside of Hilton Garage, bro. I mean,
Just a hot toddy, huh?
I see poop on the sidewalk all the time, and it's like,
Do you really?
Yeah.
I've not encountered that yet, honestly.
maybe not like the main sidewalk of Broadway because that'd be kind of hard to pull off, you know. But like in them little like those
I wouldn't put it past me.
those little sidewalks, you know, them little
Like the ones behind like Tootsie's, like the alleyway and shit.
like the loading docks here and there, back in the corner.
Yo, homeless people in
get-
Nashville are wild. They be doing the craziest things. One time in 2018, I was working the rooftop of Whiskey Row, and this was damn near closing time, so the streets were just flooded with people leaving the bars. And there was a homeless dude playing the drums, and he was playing a whole set. Like, he had a crowd around him just screaming and yelling. And I pan over to my left, just not 200 feet away, and there's a dude laid out, and there's cops surrounding him. He got stabbed, and he was laid out. And it's just like, you have got a concert over here, someone dying over here. That's pure Nashville. And that's...
We could. I'm trying to bring up like
kinda is,
what's other just funny shit we could talk about Nashville, because Nashville's so great. We
Oh.
see so much.
Bro, the characters, the homeless characters. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not just homeless people. They're
You'll see the same homeless people all the time too.
Yeah.
Like there's one guy I always see. He kind of patrols from the Chick-fil-A, like back to like the Sonic. That's kind of his territory. I don't know.
You got
I don't know how he maps it
you
out.
got
but,
Bo.
like,
You got Bo that sits outside of Losers and Winners and Red Door. I mean, before Velvet Taco was built there was just a big hole in the ground where they were, you know, that he would sit outside and he would draw. He'd get a Sharpie and some cardboard and he'd draw pictures of, you know, George Jones, like
yeah.
stuff like that. And he'd be on meth or crack or whatever, and he'd be screaming and yelling at you and then asking you for $3 for his cardboard drawing. Like, you can't get better art than that. Like, you really can't.
That's a mantelpiece.
That's
Yeah, this is an original homeless man, Bo.
yeah. This is Bo. Yeah,
It's
Bo.
going
Shout
for,
out Bo.
$4,000.
Yeah. He shout out Bo. He's still homeless, still doing drugs.
It is pretty wild.
We'll tell you God bless you one day and then try to stab you the next. Just depends what the way he's
I
riding.
hate
day
when
you
I'm
catch
walking
him
to
out,
my
baby.
car and they'll come up to my car. Like when we went to the Chick-fil-A one day and like this lady like I get it, like it's whatever, but like, bruh, like don't come up to me at my car. Like now I feel like I got like pressured. Like you're like cornering me or something. Like
Grind. It's desperation.
the grind of that.
It's a hell of a
that
drug,
bus
man.
pass.
Yeah. You'll have that.
The one time, like too, I remember like one of them. We were almost by Mother's. We were walking into Mother's. And, like,
Mother's
there was-
Ruin?
Yeah,
Sick. Awesome place, low key.
yeah.
Awesome
Another good
spot.
place to check
Used to
out.
love it,
Yeah,
don't love
great
it anymore.
cocktails, and it's just the.
I feel like it's for a certain vibe.
Yeah,
It is.
Like, you got to
It's
be in a
definitely
certain
You're
mood.
definitely you're either a Mother's person or you're like not really.
Or you're not.
Yep.
But no, we were walking there, and the dude was like asking for whatever, and Pat gave him like however much money, and like it wasn't enough for whatever he was asking for, and like he got pissed, and I was like,
It's when you beat his ass and take your money back.
I was like, you're really asking us for money, like you should just be appreciative of whatever the hell you just got.
No, dude.
Dude, they're rude, bro.
Somebody just gave him a 20.
Man,
so
it
it's
was
like the bar.
Hey, what
is set
you want me to
higher.
fucking roll out a Benny Frank for you?
Bro,
Like,
there was a guy laying in the bushes. It had to be 100 degrees outside. Across from 10, behind the 1505 apartments, there was a big old bush, and this guy just laid there, and he's just trying to get in the shade. It's hot. I pull out my truck, you know. I had a Yeti cooler because we were out on the boat all day, and it was full of cold waters.
yeah,
I said, here you go, man. That mother throws them back at me and says, I don't want your water. So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Poured the waters out in front of him and walked to Tin Roof and got drunk.
Wow.
I thought you were like pouring on him. I was like,
No, dude. He was like, I was like, here, man, stay refreshed. And he was like, I don't want your waters. And he tossed and he hit me. And I was like, all right, bro. Instead of beating your ass, I'm just gonna pour this cold water out and I'm gonna watch you, stay dehydrated. It's not my fault.
A waste of water.
What a waste of water. But you know what? I didn't need water because I knew I had Scotty waters coming to me.
what's a Scotty water?
Scotty water is rumplements in water. It's a little taste of, hey, I'm gonna help you stay sober. Just kidding.
Yeah.
A little
it's-
breath refresher too.
It's really refreshing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that.
People like hate it. Honestly, like get a shot of
try it.
Rumplements and people go like,
I love Rumple.
Oh yeah, we'll
Alec,
down them.
Alec has put us all in some rumple these past couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll down them for sure.
Dude, I love Rumble Mints.
I love Rumble Mints.
Switch it around in the mouth a little.
Yes.
Right up.
Y'all should come there tonight and take a shot and just
Shoot
Ooh.
the shit.
Favorite bar in Nashville? Tin Roof?
Tin Roof.
and how about favorite bar in the country?
No.
Tin Roof.
Floribama.
Oh,
I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, but I have to go Floribama
I don't blame you.
because I'm from. My parents live in Orange
You know,
Beach
that's
now.
that's actually a pretty
Orange
dope
Beach
bar.
is sick, dude.
dude, it's
Yeah.
it's growing a lot, but like, I literally see Flora and like Tin Roof the same. Like again, there's all these different floors. Each floor is its own little vibe.
Oh yeah.
But like anytime I've ever been in the Floribama, I've not walked out being able to find my feet.
Yeah, but you're
I
also on the
walk-
beach. It's completely different.
Oh yeah,
There's
because
less
it's
responsibility.
it's like that vibe. It's like we're on the beach. Fuck it. That's
You don't have
literally
to
it.
worry about getting home because you can end up sleeping in the sand.
Yeah,
See here, you either you're that or you're sleeping with Bo.
yeah.
So you just gotta.
You probably don't
Sleeping
want to
with
sleep with
Bo.
Bo.
Well, you just don't know what bow you're gonna get. That's really the problem with
Yeah.
sleeping with bow.
Yeah, you might not
You just
wake
don't.
up.
You don't know which bow's coming. Like
Dirty Mike and the boys.
you get Bo the artist or you get Bo the boxer. You get Bo the artist or Bo the boxer. You don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people know this. A lot of people don't, but I am infatuated with the Bourbon Street Blues Bar.
Love Bourbon Street.
Printer's
Blues.
Alley.
I do not go out in Printer's Alley enough.
No, dude, it's great. You do a little hop, skip, and a jump over to Miss Kelly's after.
That's where everybody says,
It's
man.
great, man. I
I
mean,
want to do a night where like just the boys and like we're just like
Dude, you got to get to Printer's Alley, bro. It's
we're
a game
getting
changer.
like we're just getting after it. And I just want to go to like to Miss Kelly's after. And, like nobody
Bro,
cares.
one of my best
Yep.
friends owns
Just rip
a
it.
loft right above Miss Kelly's.
Really.
Have you been there? Dude, unreal.
I've heard about it.
He lives out in California, so when he's in town, it's literally his floor is Miss Kelly's roof. And dude,
sick.
it's insane. We sit on the balcony and just talk shit.
Just
Yeah.
heckle.
Yeah, just
Just heckling. But yeah, dude, Bourbon Street Blues Bar, it's super divey, like New Orleans style. They play blues and like classic rock in there. And it's just such a good change of pace. And it's cheap. Like you can get a bucket of beers for like $24
Yep, facts.
instead of like 60. You know? It's just like
They be taxing out here, man.
oh
Maybe
dude, it's
tax.
crazy. I actually
That's why that's literally one of the reasons I love Tin Roof so much. Is it's
yeah.
like
It's fair.
I'm paying normal prices for like an actual drink. It's nothing
Yep.
where I'm going to.
I know, man, and I get it. I mean, you know, because they're gonna make sales. It doesn't matter what the price is. Like they got so many people going to Broadway. It's and I'm sure like property taxes and leases or whatever they got going on is just insane.
Yeah.
On Broadway, so they got
Oh, yeah.
they got to get theirs. But
they should build a circular parking garage at the roundabout where that statue is. Just park as you go up.
Yeah,
On Demumber?
Yeah.
that'd be cool. That'd be
Just
trippy.
a big tower.
Be
That would be
trippy.
nuts.
they'd have to get
A
rid
big
of that.
Carvana.
Yeah.
They'd have to get rid of that badass statue of the naked people.
Of all the
though.
naked people.
That's got to stay forever, dog. That's
The thing's not moving,
Monumental.
I promise.
no.
Yeah, man.
I ain't going nowhere.
I really appreciate y'all coming on, man. It really means a lot.
Absolutely.
You know, the podcast still in its infancy stages. Really cool to get some people on here, different perspectives and stuff. You guys are our first male guests,
Okay.
actually.
I actually did not notice that.
And
Wow.
also the
For the
first time
boys.
we've had more than one
Heard of.
guest on at once. So really cool. Before we let you go, Jason, you got anything coming out soon? Anything you wanna let the people know about some tunes?
Yeah, actually, I'm working on my next single right now, and I got another one in the chamber, ready to rock. So, a song called Routine Town. I wrote it with my good friends Matt Gorman and Kaylin Robertson, and I love that song. I had the title and the idea for it, and we made a smash out of it. And working with Jake Partial on production with it, it's sounding really good, and hopefully gonna have it out sometime like by the end of March. And then just gonna keep pumping them out. So I'll look out for it.
Yeah, man, we're excited. Super cool to have you on. Super cool to hear, your perspective on music and how you got into it and everything, your whole story. Brad, same with you. I don't really got nothing else. I'd love to have you guys back on at some point, when some new singles drop, some new things happen for us all.
Hey, we got bottomless mimosas at Tin Roof on Sunday, $20 a head.
Oh,
Y'all be there.
man.
Be there, be square, I
sounds-
guess.
Sunday?
Dangerous.
Every Sunday.
Ouch.
I didn't even know about that. Is that
Yeah,
new?
no one did. I didn't know until today.
I'm about to
Whoa.
pull up.
So pull up, baby, not out. Come on.
I'm going to hit y'all with one last question before we do it. I've been doing it with everybody. Biggest goal for 2023? Whoever wants to go first. Like, what's your goal so far?
Brad, take it away.
2023 goal.
Stay alive.
Amen.
That's a good one.
Day by day to see a better day.
Dude, honestly, I've been thinking about this for months now, just because, like, you know, I want to make sure that I'm progressing every year. Like, the New Year thing has never been so, like, significant to me since I moved here. It's kind of like once that New Year starts, like, okay, it's time to, like, change some things up, make different things happen. And I think, you know, I've been here for just a little over 2 years now, and moving into my third year, I just, one of the biggest things is just, you know, keeping on the road, playing like significant shows, getting some gigs with some national acts, some big, you know, play some festivals, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, really just you just got to stay relevant, man.
Don't follow the money. Follow your heart.
That's right. I always say, you know, you see a lot of people in town doing good things and getting success, and a lot of people can get bitter, you know, depending on what they've been having going on and what they've been through, and the energy that they've put into it, and they're not seeing a return just yet. And it's just, all I got to say to that is just keep the blinders on and just stay in your lane.
Stay in your
lane. You know,
lane.
make the right decisions, and just know that, like, if it's meant to be, it's going to be, and just keep on trucking, man. And you can't just see somebody getting successful and then, you know, think that you're going to do what they do.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen to you, because it happens differently for everybody.
Yep.
So you got to do what you believe is the right thing. Be a little different. You know, be a little bit
originality.
Exactly. Originality is key, and just being genuine, just being a good person. That's what's going to get you there.
Yeah, man, that's sick. Yeah, more blessings and success to both of you guys.
Thanks,
Look
bro.
forward to having you guys back on at some point. To everybody listening, thank you for listening. Absolute banger of an episode. 2 awesome dudes, 2 really original, authentic people. And thanks for listening. As always, look forward to giving you guys some more content with some, you know, different people and things like that. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate y'all boys.
Gang, gang.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all.
Let's do it.
See
All
you at
right,
10.
until next time, boys.
All my friends are dying to hear the news. I'm sure that the girl who didn't like them won't be coming around anymore. Oh, not no more. But my spit cups and dirty boots are here to stay. This